We will hook you up with some of the best legal minds around. And you can do so by calling us at 330-729-9977. Yeah, it's 330-729-9977. We'll get you through to us. Free legal advice, child supports, divorce, custody issues, wills or trusts. How about auto accidents, medical malpractice, OVIs, speeding tickets, contractual issues, evictions, anything that's going on as far as your world, legally speaking? This is the longest running legal show that will answer those questions for you and point you in the right direction. Give you some free legal advice. We don't charge you for it. We try to answer your question or give you the best guidance that we can by calling us at those numbers. I have 3 lines in Youngstown open. They'll be with us till 6 tonight at 330-729-9977. 330-729-9977. Once again, 330-729-9977. We'll get you through to us on News Radio 570 WKBN and hooked up with our lawyers. Let's go to the legal firm of Beatrice Kopp that brings you the program tonight and see if we have the great legal minds. You know, we have, I always, ladies first. Tally, are you there? Hello.
Hello, I am here.
All right. You're always dependable. You're always there in our time of need, and we couldn't be more appreciative. All right.
Thanks,
is there anybody else joining you at the big table tonight?
There is. Take any guesses?
Well, I'm going to go with my dear friend, James Melfi.
What's up, Ron?
Well, I'm going to tell you this much. I happen to, folks, I don't know about you, but maybe the best, the best legally speaking TV segment that I've ever watched over these many years just recently took place with Attorney Melfi on there, the young viral Attorney Melfi who brought the donuts.
I did bring the donuts, and if you want to laugh, I call my dad to see, because he was on the news plenty of times, and he's like, "Hey, that's not bad for your first time." I said, "So what you're telling me is you're qualifying it because it was the first time, right? So it's not bad." He's like, "Yeah, you're right." And then I hung up on him. But I don't know how David does that every Friday, and because I slept with one eye open because I was convinced that I was going to sleep through it. I was convinced. I was convinced.
Yeah, you know what I mean? But, and I get it. You're afraid to fall asleep because you're right through it. But Dave seems to go without sleep. He's like Trump. He's one of these guys that doesn't sleep a lot. I get that impression. Do you get that impression?
I get that impression, and that's a pretty common thing in our place anymore.
When you do a trial with Dave, he literally will be texting ideas to like Frank and I at like 1 a.m. So no, this man does not sleep.
Right. So there you have it. But, tell your father that I thought you did a really fine job. All right. Just pass that along.
I think I can do that, Ron.
Because your father and I are the same age. Can you imagine that?
He's going to be the big 7-0.
No, he's not. No, isn't it? No, he's going to be 69 next year. No, I'm pretty sure.
You sure?
I'm sure.
Who knows your dad better?
Ron. My dad's in better shape than I am right now, though. I'll give him that.
You should check with your father. You text your father. I believe he's going to turn 69, not 70.
He'll probably text me in a few.
I mean, I'm going to go out on a limb for that because I believe that him and I might be born the same year. Well, we shall see. All right. You get to the bottom of it, Melfi. We want answers.
It's 69. I already got the text.
See, there you go. So
awkward.
I knew him and I were born in the same year, and time is moving fast for both of us. But you did a fine job on there. You really did a good job. Your dad was a master at it, though. So listen to his advice. Take his advice. He always handled himself well and came across well. You're blessed with good genes, my son. Good genes.
He did okay, and I appreciate it. Yeah, the first thing I walked in, Steve goes, "I remember interviewing your dad in front of your house, in front of a tree, and you were there." And I'm like, I don't remember that, but that was a long time ago. He just sent me a text that wasn't very nice. I won't read it. I won't divulge that.
All right. Well, no, those are the ones we want to divulge.
There was a choice word used in there to describe Attorney Melfi.
It's all right. Broad's the shoulders that bears the cross, Ron, right?
What do you mean a choice word to describe Attorney Melfi?
A donkey. You know how
Who would say such a thing? Who would say such a thing?
he called me a donkey. It's all
Another
right.
word. Yes.
Or maybe me. All right, here we go. With our attorneys tonight, welcome to the Legal Show, and you're on the air. Hello there.
Hello.
Yes, do you have a legal question?
Yes, I do, and I was surprised I get to be first. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Mine is about an estate problem that my brother passed away 2 years ago, and we've dissolved. I'm an executor, and we've dissolved all the other assets except the house. And my problem is the next door neighbor has interfered with all the sales of the realtor showing the house by videotaping anybody that they're showing it. She videotapes the people, their children, their license plates, and their vehicle. And she does it like from the street, or she has her car parked along the side of the house, and she'll do it from the car. And this intimidates anybody possible buying it. And this is our second realtor, and the only thing that has happened so far is a trespassing where she was arrested. We had it sold on April 2nd, and the buyer sent out a surveyor for the bank, and she argued with them, and she called the police, and they arrested her because on other times of being called out there, the police said not to be on the property.
Caller, did you call in about a month or two ago about this?
Yes, I did, but it was at the end of the show, but the problem's still ongoing.
Okay.
I'm so sorry.
Did you make another police report?
Yes, there is another police report on the day that she called that, and we've gone to where they extended. And it hasn't. She got a lawyer now, and so they asked for extensions. I've gone to court 3 times, and in Camel Court, and so far the judge has just postponed it, or what do you call it?
Reset it.
Reset,
So
yeah.
there's a
pre-trial.
pre-trial.
Pre-trial. Now, on September 4th, there is supposed to be a trial, and also she's on probation for doing this to the other neighbor on the other side of her home. And she was arrested for that, and she's been on trial or on probation for that. But they don't seem to do anything except probation.
She probably has
they
a
said
bond.
It's a misdemeanor.
Yeah, it's a misdemeanor, and she probably has a bond. But I will tell you this: you have to keep on showing up to court.
A lot of people just stop showing up because a court process takes a really long time sometimes, and it's frustrating, and it gets
Exactly.
reset multiple times, and people just get irritated and want to be done with it. But if you want something to be done, Attorney Melfi's right. Show up, keep showing up, keep fighting the good fight.
Just listen to what
Okay,
Tally
now
said.
I had my realtor show up a couple times for this, and all they did was give it another date, another time.
Yeah,
Well,
that happens.
The
Your realtor-
that they had feedback on what people had said why they didn't want to purchase this house.
I will
It's
say
like our
this.
house is blackballed. That they know about her causing trouble on the other side because that neighbor has the same troubles. They can't rent either. I
Boy,
mean, they
what-
can't sell.
You
Now,
have
this is
to.
a tough position to be in. I mean, when you got basically somebody that's got to be a real,
Pain in the
yeah.
donkey.
yeah, yes.
You have to keep showing up to court and let the process play out.
So what can you do about a harassing person about that?
Did you ever file a civil protection order?
I went down to see the prosecutor on Tuesday, and she mentioned doing that, but she had nobody in mind.
So
Because at one point she did kill all the grass and shrubs on the side that's by her house, and saying it was her property. And then I paid to have a surveyor. It took me 2 surveyors. The first one she argued with, and he ended up hanging up on me and wouldn't do it.
What-
Then I had another person that surveyed it, and she definitely was on our property, and she put up this like snow fence and stuff and no trespassing, but it was on my brother's property.
Tally, where do you
And
where
it's
do you
all
get the
marked there
protection?
now.
Is it the
So-
clerk of courts? You get the forms
I
because it's not
personally,
DV,
I don't.
it's-
Yeah, you don't have DV. So in order to have a civil protection order for DV, that you have to be in fear of imminent bodily harm. I would say this is more.
It's civil, but there's stalking. I mean,
It's technically not stalking either. I would argue that it's more of a nuisance more than stalking.
it's harassment. But you could
Harassment, yeah.
get a protective order. I believe
There is a
if you live
civil-
do you live in Mahoning or Trumbull County?
I'm in Trumbull County, but this house is Mahoning County.
It's a separate process. So if it's
Yeah.
DV, you go down in the basement. If it's civil, I believe
think
it's
it's
the
in-
second.
I think it's in the clerk's office. So
Second floor clerk's
yeah,
office,
I
yeah.
would call the Mahoning County clerk
Clerk's
of
office.
courts.
Yep.
And say, hey, I want to fill out the forms for a protective order. It's not a domestic. Where in the courthouse has the forms, and you can go down and fill them out yourself.
Okay, now is there a cost so I know that, I don't know, they don't take checks?
No, there's no
Or-
cost associated with that, ma'am. Just make sure that you list every incident in your petition. She will be served, and then
Well,
you'll
I have all these
Well,
police records and
so
stuff. I'll take all these
bring
police times.
bring the police reports. You write a detailed narrative, and they'll set it for and you
A
can
hearing.
check ex parte and then full hearing. So an ex parte hearing means
one party hearing.
a one party hearing, exactly. And you'll go in front of a magistrate and tell them about the circumstances and what's going on, and they could either grant it or deny it or set it for a full hearing. But eventually there'll be a full hearing.
I don't.
Okay.
So that's what I would do. That's what I would
Will
do
I have
tomorrow.
to, like, have my realtor bring the. I know they don't like to show up for court because they don't want to waste their time.
So-
but they do have
Not for-
feedback from when they showed the house.
Not
Yeah.
for the ex parte order, but you can always subpoena them for the final. So they'll set a final hearing within 10 days usually, so the other party has a right to be heard. For the civil, not for DV, for the civil. So you can always
Now,
subpoena
what
them.
am I asking for? Am I asking for the civil protection, or what's the DV?
Civil protection order, not domestic violence.
Correct. So you're. It's technically called a civil stalking order in Mahoning County. So you're going to go to the second floor or call the clerk of courts, ask for the paperwork for a civil stalking order. They also, I believe, have it online. Make sure you get the ex parte hearing, explain to the judge exactly what's going on and why you feel as though you need this order. Then a hearing will be set for 10 days. And she'll be served, and then she'll have the opportunity to be heard as well. That's when you really bring in the evidence, because that is an evidentiary hearing where you present your evidence, you present, witnesses if you have them, you can subpoena them, and then they'll have the defendant will have the opportunity to do so as well.
Now, all this will take place in Mahoning County at the big courthouse.
Big courthouse downtown.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
I wish you the best of
Okay.
luck.
Okay, well, thank you so much. I tried to scribble down and write this down real quickly so I do the right thing, but I'll call the clerk of courts and see, and it's called an ex parte hearing.
Well, it's a
Just
civil
civil-
stalking protection order. Sorry, go ahead, Jim.
Yeah, not DV. Make sure you tell them this is not a domestic violence
Civil
case.
stalking.
Protection order. Protection order. And the forms are either on, I believe they're online. You can actually fill them out, but make sure you ask for an ex parte hearing.
How do you spell ex parte? How do you spell that?
It's Latin. EXPARTE. It just means one party. Everything's Latin in legal world.
And will that be on the form that I fill out?
Yes, ma'am. There'll be a little checkbox. I wish you the best of luck. And if you need to
All right.
call us, you can ask for me and I can re-go over the process with you, okay?
All right. Thank you.
Okay. And what's the phone number there that I could
Oh,
ask
for
for
the
you
love of
again if
God.
I have?
I'm not sure,
go
ma'am.
ahead.
I'm so sorry.
All right. Thanks. You're on the air. Hello.
Hi.
Yes.
I have two quick one-sentence criminal questions.
Yes. You sound like a criminal
one
to me.
was- yeah, I get that a lot. So one of them would be, when is a good time not to waive your right? Because you go to court the next morning. I'm not in that situation, but if I ever am, because, I'm older and can't defend myself and a Second Amendment person, and I don't want to be in trouble because I did something I shouldn't have done,
I'm sorry. What's
like
your
waive my
question?
rights.
Waive your rights? What do you mean by that, sir?
I have no idea what you just
Like,
said.
because you get an
Neither.
option to waive your rights to a speedy trial in a criminal trial, right? That's the first thing they ask you if you want to waive your rights in a,
Waive your right to a speedy trial. So everybody has a right to have a trial quickly.
Meaning the state has to bring you to trial within a certain amount of time, depending on the severity of the charge.
Correct. But if there's discovery or things that are outstanding, a lot of people waive that right. So that way they can fully do the investigation from start to finish. And that gives their attorney the opportunity to review everything and prepare for trial. Some cases it is beneficial to waive your right. In other cases, if you're trying to get something done quickly or you need something done for your job, it's not beneficial. So it really just depends on the case.
Okay, I was just curious. The other one, real quick, and it doesn't really pertain to me, but we all go to lunch with friends sometimes. So say I have 2 or 3 drinks, I'm on my way home, I get stopped. Should I take the breathalyzer, or should I just, because I'm going to fail at 3 drinks. You know, we all are.
3 drinks.
So should I do that, or should I just let them prove it?
All right.
Did you say drinks or drinks? Because I'm pretty sure I heard 3 drinks.
Let me ask you, caller, are you going to pass it now?
Oh, yeah, no, I'm good. I'm at work right now. I don't even really drink, like a couple
All
times
right.
a year.
So
What a-
These
here's
lights are hard on me, and I didn't do anything. I had a couple quick questions.
all right. Here's my advice on
Actually, at
this.
work, I stopped for a minute.
Here's
I
my
mean, you do sound like a criminal drunk to me, caller. I'm just saying.
here's my advice to you is, like David always says, if you ever get pulled over, you've had a few drinks, you be very polite. You comply with the officer if he says, "Sir, get out of the car." However, you do not need to admit to drinking. You can refuse the roadside field sobriety test, and guess what? Now, there's about 100% chance you'll get arrested anyway if you perform them. If you don't, and don't take the breathalyzer.
But also
aren't you-
maybe not have 3
I
drinks
don't-
on your lunch break. I don't know. Just
Isn't
throwing that
that
out
an
there.
automatic suspension, though, if you don't take the breathalyzer?
It's an automatic one year suspension, but that's an administrative license suspension. And
Correct.
once you get a lawyer, there are procedures in place that 1 year suspension can be stayed, and you can get privileges within 2 weeks.
Work like driving privileges to and from work, to the grocery store, things like that.
Okay.
But my
I'm
suggestion-
trying not to commit any crimes or get drunk. But
Yeah,
I
my
was just curious
my
'cause I
suggestion-
hear people asking those questions, and I wanted to know. That's all.
Right.
Yeah.
It sounds to me like you're really asking from a personal level. Do you frequently have heavy
Ron,
drinking
he's
at
asking for a
lunchtime?
friend.
Just
all right, Ron.
for your friend, please tell him on his lunch
yeah,
break,
I'm asking for a friend. in
don't
case
have
he
3 beers and then drive and return to work. That's what I asked. But tell your friend we
right.
said hi, okay?
Thanks.
Maybe I want to hang out with this friend.
Not during
I don't think
lunch.
so.
Maybe not during
That's-
lunch.
Maybe you need to
That's
drive
actually-
him.
That takes you back to your college year, Smelty, and
Yeah.
We
you
both
wanna
went
go
to the
through
same
those again.
college. We really did have a good time.
I'd cut my pinky off to do 6 months.
Would
Back
you
in
really?
college. Absolutely.
I'd probably cut off the tip.
You would mean to go back to it?
For 6
Oh
months.
my gosh, Miami is so fun, Ron. Me and Jimmy, we should take Ron to Green Beer Day. We're gonna take you to Green Beer Day. It's just gonna happen.
Ron, you ever start drinking beers at 1 o'clock in the morning?
1 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, that's when you
Until
start.
1 o'clock the next day. It's called Green Beer Day. It's great.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not.
Oh, come on. Cut off your
No.
tip of your
Listen
pinky and
here.
rally.
That's absolutely not. All right, you're on the air with these troublemakers. Hello.
How can we help you?
Hello, troublemakers. I have a question on if your neighbor's tree is hanging over on your property, and I know the gold standard would be to send a certified letter, but in being cordial with the neighbor, if I have it in a text message to them, all of my concerns, does that suffice that if something would fall down and damage something on my property, I could present that and their insurance would cover it?
No.
It's not sufficient. I wouldn't. I would say you could produce it as evidence, but it's not like cold ironclad. No.
Yeah, typically if a tree falls and the tree is on your neighbor's property but falls on yours and damages your property, you are
You're liable.
your homeowners will pay. However, unless the homeowner has noticed by some arborist that this tree is going to fall, then that could solve the
I've got
issue.
some dead limbs from the storms, and one of the dead limbs is hanging directly over where we park our cars.
So what I do, because I'm a nice neighbor and I live in the middle of the woods, if it is a branch from my tree and it's on my neighbor's property, obviously I walk my butt across the lot and I go get those tree branches. But everybody's not so nice. So if it's a really big branch and you can't carry it yourself, I mean, you can always be. I mean, first start and ask. Just say, hey.
You can't cut down your neighbor's tree.
Yeah.
Bad idea.
Well, you can't cut it, but if it's like, hey, you can just say, hey, is there any way you can remove this? I can't get into my driveway. And see if they'll comply.
Okay, but best thing would be to send a certified letter. I just wanted to be more.
Send them a certified letter. And
Yes, ma'am.
Ron, you may or may not know this. If you cut down somebody's tree wrongfully and say that tree was worth $5,000, it's triple damages.
It's not a good time. So don't cut down their tree.
Wow.
But if it lands on your
Okay.
property, they should remove it. But they probably won't. You are liable. I'm just a nice neighbor.
All right.
Right. Okay. Thank you.
Good luck.
Thank you. Thank you. You know what I mean?
Triple
And never damage the family tree is what I say when it comes to trees. When it comes to the family tree, above all else, Tally, you should know how old your father's turning on his birthday and not be close, but be right on the money. Would you not agree, Tally?
I just think that's just
I
very
remember
good
the caller
for
from
families.
2 months ago.
You know,
I just don't want to know my dad is old. It's fine.
he's going to turn 70. I mean, he's not going to turn 70. He's going to turn 69. Why
Wouldn't
are you
it?
rushing him along?
Wait a
I don't
minute.
want to know him old.
Wouldn't it be hilarious, Ron, if Jimmy and his wife would have thrown his father a 70th
Yes.
birthday party and he's like, I'm not
Yes.
even 70? That would have been so funny. We should do that for Dave.
Yes. So, yes,
Next
throw
year.
him one of those. And and take my advice. You want to throw it at, I don't know if you've ever been to this place called Leo's. I think she'd love going there, Jim.
I think she would love it, and I actually ate Leo's last night, and it was wonderful.
Yeah, okay. But, I don't think she gets there very often. She'd probably like you to take her out once in a while to go to Leo's, right?
Yeah, she doesn't get out very often at all. She's home rearing the children, and when she gets out, that's where she loves to go.
And being amazing.
Right. All right. See, I'm almost like psychic here, Jimmy. I know this kind of stuff, so you can't keep it from me. You're on the air. Hello.
Hi. Can you hear me?
Yes,
We can hear
I
you.
got a
How can we
copy.
help you?
Okay. Well, we had an experience the other night. My grandson's in from Georgia, and he wanted to treat me to going to see the Pirates game. And he did all the arranging of everything, and we got an Uber. Now, I've never driven in an Uber. And anyway, neither has he. So long story short, we basically, and I am not kidding here, took our life into our own hands.
Oh, and now hang on a second here. I got to pause for my headlines. I want you to hang on because I want to hear this story. Okay, can you hang on? I got to
Yes.
get the headlines out of the way. This should be interesting. She almost took her life in her own hands. I can hardly wait. First, the headlines, and we're back with the legal show courtesy of Beatrice Kopp. Stay tuned. More to come in just a minute. Ron Verb checking in with Bob.
100% online. You can get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. No medical exams, and you can get up to $3 million worth of coverage. I'm grateful we were prepared.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/term. That's ethos.com/term. Paid spokesperson. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
Hi, it's Bill Wills with Michael Klavan Sr. of the Klavan Auto Stores. Michael, the Ford F-Series remains America's best-selling truck.
That's right, Bill. And this month, save big.
I have
And
the
every
worst.
Ford
I still
truck
have the worst
during
August.
Ford
Summer
summer
off
sales.
the move.
How about an example?
I have to
Through
finish
July
my bet.
31st, 2026 F-150 Super Crew 4x4. Lease for only $499 a month. 36 months, only $499 due at signing. No security deposit.
Simple and straightforward. Experience the difference at Klavan.
Give your home an energy upgrade with new triple pane windows from Window Depot. We also install entry doors, siding, and walk-in showers. With our Do More discount, bundle at least 2 projects to save more. It's our summer savings event. Receive 60% off installation of a house full of new windows. Ask about 0 down and 0 interest for 18 months. Call 1-800-433-8577. 1-800-433-8577. Certain restrictions apply. Call for details.
I'm Dr. Cheryl Figliano with the Centers for Hearing Care. If you or someone you love is having difficulty hearing, it's time to make a change in the quality of life. Your journey with hearing begins at Centers for Hearing Care. Our doctors of audiology have the right equipment and the best results. We've been solving our community's hearing issues for over 34 years. Your journey to better hearing begins at Centers for Hearing Care. Call our Boardman office at 330-726-3339 and we'll get you scheduled in the office that's closest to you.
This program is furnished by the program participants.
Now, Ron Verb on News Radio 570 WKBN.
Alrighty, we are back with our attorneys tonight. News Radio 570 WKBN. This is a legal show brought to you by Beatrice Kopp and attorney James Melfi, and Tally joins us as always. And let's go back to this caller. So you called an Uber, I think you said, right, ma'am?
Yes.
Okay, tell a story to our attorneys now.
Okay. First of all, it was supposed to come like 20 after 4. The game was like 6:40. And, they kept on saying, we'll be there. And they changed the time like 3 times on us. They got there about, the woman got there about 4 to 5. They give you, this is my first experience. So my grandson gave her the code word. And anyway, so we're on our way there. Something has to be done with the way they do these Ubers because she was on her phone. She got 3 or 4 personal calls while driving. We got lost. She didn't know where the stadium was. She went off the road about 3 or 4 times. When that makes the noise when your car is going off. Mm-hmm. It makes those sounds.
Yeah.
That happens 3 or 4 times in a row, and she said it was because the semis on the left of her were too close. I asked her in the car, how long she's been doing this, just making small talk, and I thought she said 2 years, but my grandson said no. She said 2 weeks. Anyway, it was very scary. We didn't know how to get there. We should have researched ourselves. Like I said, first experience, lesson learned. But she had to hurry up and swerve into the other lane to get off the exit on the left side. She almost hit a barrier. Jesus. There was like a barrier where there was a left. You make your left turn and then you go right. She almost hit that. My grandson and I was I was behind her on the driver's side. My grandson was on the passenger side in the back seat, and he could see more than I could see. Her she needed a brake. Service light was on. Low gas. She ran out. She was running low on gas and stuff.
Did you rate her on the Uber app? Did you give her a 1 star?
Well, she was rated 5-star, but then she'd only been doing this. She said she did Uber Eats, and now she's doing Uber fares. Had never been to this Pittsburgh Pirates Stadium. We went. She took us like probably 30 to 40 minutes out of the way. We had a backtrack. We got there the 3rd inning. It was very scary. She almost wrecked a couple of times.
Well, what Sally's asking you is rate her and give her a bad review.
And I'm gonna.
But there's got to be more. There has to be more
protection.
Well, let Jimmy
God
explain.
Forbid,
Well, notify Uber, right, Tally? I mean,
Well,
what,
we did. My grandson got on there. He called. It's very, very hard to get through these people. He started talking about the experience, and they basically shut him off. They hung up on him.
Wow.
So I'm
Yeah,
going to assume
James.
it is your last Uber ride. I'm also going to tell you the law is in favor of Uber and not the passenger.
Correct.
All Uber drivers are independent contractors, so you can't get to Uber if an Uber driver causes an accident and saying that they're working on behalf of the company. They're classified as independent contractors. The other problem you have, and I run into this frequently, is a lot of Uber drivers do not have business coverage on their vehicle. So if you're using, like typical Uber drivers, a personal vehicle to handle Uber rides, there's a business exception to it. And if you're driving for Uber, their insurance won't cover it.
Correct.
So what I'm going to tell you is, and personally, I've been in a lot of Ubers, and I get a little car sick in the small cars. I only get the
Premium? What are they called?
I either do the XL or the black anymore.
And
because those are better drivers,
yeah.
and they have insurance, and
It'll say it on there. They're more expensive, but honestly, it's worth it for your state of mind and your safety.
How did you get back?
Well,
just out of curiosity.
Did you ride in an Uber?
We had another guy pick us up. He was wonderful. I mean, he had the phone, where you're looking at it. He wasn't holding it in his hand. He was constantly typing in things on the computer part of her dashboard. I mean, he was wonderful. I mean, it was a little scary because he went the back roads. She went through the turnpike tolls. She was complaining because now she has to pay tolls. I mean, it was a nightmare. I'm just glad we were praising God left and right that we got home, that we got there safely.
Are you sure, David?
I am not exaggerating. Her car was dirty. I mean, that's beside the point.
I'm going to tell you something as you go on. I do disagree with her on one thing. Usually, when you notify them of
you'll get a
the
refund.
car in that they are done with that person for driving with them. I mean, I've never heard of an experience like this. I know people that have done that, and they discontinue using that particular person.
I have a serious question. Are we sure David wasn't in a disguise and was the first Uber driver, if you're telling me the thing is beeping?
That was my thoughts. Yeah. Okay, dear. Good luck. Good luck to you. I mean, she can just leave a bad review, right? I mean,
leave a bad review, get your money back.
And do your research for the next one. Make sure that you have a good driver, one that has insurance, and one that's rated and been doing it for a while.
That's why you have to pay the extra few bucks, and you get the
XL.
The XL.
Mm-hmm. So keep it all in mind. That's what you got to do. All right, so legal questions, pick up the phone, give us a call. I had the same thought you did. Was Dave Beatrice driving? Because it sounds like, his car was a mess, and he was going fast, and he was on the phone, and he was running out of gas.
Riding on the rumble strip. He would be the worst Uber driver of all time.
He would be. I mean, I literally pull in to go into work, and I see his car door wide open, it's beeping, and his cell phone's in there. But David is not anywhere to be seen.
You missed it. Frank, I was coming back with Frank from somewhere, and we parked in David's spot, but we parked crooked, and we pushed it up against the front door. I thought David was going to have a meltdown.
I'm sure he was panicking.
Ron, what do you think about Frank parking in his spot?
Parking in Dave's spot?
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to tell you something. I don't have a problem with it because, Frank, a.k.a. the young Frank Sinatra, but in this case, I mean, Frank's on a winning streak, and I think Frank should have a premier parking spot because of how good he's doing.
I mean, that's like stealing somebody's lunch out of their hand. The guy's been parking there for 20 years, and Frank just says, I'm parking here now. What are you going to do about it?
Frank's a man. You know what I mean?
I wouldn't mess with him.
I mean, it's how I view things. I mean, Frank is a man. What can I say? I mean, that's how I view things. I don't know what else to say.
I see it the same way you do.
I did tell Frank he was on my bad list, Ron. He sent me to a client in federal prison, and I was in a dress, and I didn't know you couldn't wear dresses, and I almost had to.
You went to the private prison.
Well, I almost had to wear a pair of their pants.
Well, then I explained to you the Core Civic, and
I just wish
now I know why
somebody
you
would have told me. So I told Frank, I said, you got to let me know these things before I just show up.
Yeah. You could have asked me. I've never been to the prison, but I would say, Tally, you're wearing a dress pants, not a dress, to a prison. That kind of goes without saying, doesn't it, Jim?
I was in court.
I'm not going to comment on this. I you know what? I don't.
I mean,
we have any calls, Ron? We have any
do we have any
calls?
calls?
Remember that first time you went to the prison? That's back during your cross-dressing days, Melfi,
Yeah,
and
you
were wearing
probably
a
wore
dress.
a dress your first time too.
And they or was that a Scottish kilt? Was it St. Patrick's Day? Maybe it wasn't.
Ron,
Maybe it
you
was
know I have a vowel at the end of my name.
Oh, yeah, I do. Okay, I was just checking on you, buddy. That's all. I didn't know what that was all about. All right, lines open for our attorneys tonight. They're here tonight till 6 o'clock. We got two of the best of them. We really do. To answer your legal questions at 330-729-9977. You got a legal question or problem? I want you to pick up the phone and give me a call right now. Talk to our attorneys, whether it's child support, divorce, custody. How about wills, trusts, estates? How about auto accidents, speeding tickets, contractual issues, tree issues? You name it, medical malpractice, dog bites, anything along those lines. We answer your legal questions till 6 o'clock tonight here on News Radio 570 WKBN. So what am I saying to you? I'm saying if you got a legal problem, you should pick up the phone and give us a call at 330-729-9977, 330-729-9977, 330-729-9977 will get you through to us. 330-729-9977, and I will get you on the air pretty quick here, and I'll get our attorneys to answer your question. Where else do you get great service like that other than right here at News Radio 570 WKBN? All right, so let's see what awaits me here. You're on the air. Hello, do you have a legal question?
Well, to defend Dave Beatrice driving the Uber, he has many dinghies he's got to repair, so he needs the extra money. But the woman that had the bad Uber drive.
Yes.
I had a bad Uber driver in, I think it was Texas one time. He let me sit in the front seat. He was on his phone, and I had to warn him that the traffic was completely stopped in front of me. So I think people should be aware of, what they're dealing with these Uber drivers. And, tell Dave, show up for the show once in a while. All right.
It's the summer, and he's happy, and he's on his boat. And the best part is, he's not calling us.
Yeah, so far, so good.
I will say I've had some great Uber experiences. Maybe like 4 or 5 months ago, order an Uber, and I didn't get a big one. Ron, you ever see Cheech and Chong?
Yes. Oh, absolutely.
I get into the back seat of this thing. I'm right in Cheech and Chong. I'm like, just get me to dinner, please.
That's all you ask. Right?
Yeah.
It's like, it's please get me there. And Dave's a guy that is doing a million things at once. That's what his problem is.
Yes.
Wait a second. Oops, I'm sorry. Dave's got to learn to focus when he's driving, and he doesn't do that. And I would say that's probably his biggest problem to a large extent. But when people love when Dave comes on, he just talks about the life of Dave, if you will, and the stuff that he's going through.
It's all self-induced. That's what.
I don't agree. I think some of it's just really bad freaking luck.
You're telling me somebody has that bad of a luck all the time?
Yes, I've known him.
I think it's a good mix.
I've known him longer than you guys have probably been alive, I hate to say. And this is his life. This is absolutely how he has been the entire time I've known him. So this stuff has happened to him. And frankly, he never started revealing it to the public till he started talking about it on the program. And then people started to become more and more fascinated with it. I'd get all types of emails about, is Dave going to be on, and how people loved when Dave was talking about the world of Dave. And
His
and
life
now
is crazy.
Like
and now he's embraced the video world of it with his Facebook followers that are saying now Dave has taken what he's done on the radio and he's taken it to the video
TikTok.
on Facebook, or is it TikTok? I thought it was Facebook. Well,
He does it all.
TikTok has perfect for his attention span, 15 seconds.
Right. And then
TikTok, Instagram, Facebook.
You know, he's telling all of these stories when he's in Chicago with the young Frank Sinatra, if you will. I'm seeing, Frank Cassis, I meant to say. But, and their adventures that are there. I mean, where else can you see a picture? Dave have sent me a video of his car with a flat tire. I mean, and he's trying to get to court. It's really interesting. All right, back to it with our attorneys. You're on the air. Welcome. Hello.
Yes, sir. How you doing?
Good. What's your question?
My question, or what I want to understand, is the AI.
Yes.
How much are our citizens going to be paying for this?
How much is what?
How much are our citizens going to be paying for this? You get these here built in your communities and stuff.
The data centers?
Yeah.
That's not really a legal
Yeah.
question, is it? We wouldn't know the answer to that. We don't know. You're on the air. You're on. Wait a second. You're on the air. Hello.
Hello?
Yes.
Yes. Oh, hi. I didn't know it's my turn. Okay. I have a boundary issue with my neighbors.
Yes.
He said that the boundaries were a certain position, and I was led to believe that when I purchased the land, the real estate agent gave me the footage
Stand by
of
for
my
1 minute.
land.
Right, just stand by. I got to do a 1 minute break. I'll come right back to you. Back with the Legal Show in 60 seconds.
Everywhere you look, things are getting more expensive. But at Consumer Cellular, we're lowering the price for those 50 and up. Now you can get unlimited everything for just $35 a line. That's $35 a month for unlimited talk, text, and data. Switch to the carrier ranked #1 in network coverage and customer satisfaction and get unlimited everything for just $35 a month. Call 1-888-FREEDOM or visit Consumer Cellular online or in-store today. Price includes $5 credit for auto pay and e-billing. Taxes and fees apply. Data speeds reduced after 35 gigabytes. Rankings done by 2025 ACSI survey.
Transform your bathroom with a new walk-in shower from Home Team, a division of Window Depot, offering windows, siding, and entry doors. With our Do More discount, bundle at least 2 projects to save more. It's our summer savings event. Receive 6
I want to find that other woman. All right, I'm going to click you off again. You're on the air.
Story your life, Ron.
I know. I'm always ticking somebody off. But at least, when my father was alive, I knew what year he was turning.
I was saying finding the other woman. It's that story of your life.
There you go. I'm always looking. All right. Yeah. Are you there, caller? Let me try one more time. I apologize that I think I lost my connection. All right. Well, you're going to have to call me back, dear, because somehow I screwed things up on your property line dispute. Call me back, 330-729-9977. We'll get you through to us, and I'll try to get you on as quickly as I can. 330-729-9977. We'll get you through to us as these lines ring. Let me see. You're on the air.
Yes, I just.
All right. This guy and his AI question is going to drive me right up the wall. What am I supposed to do, Melfi? I'm right on the edge of a nervous
You can
breakdown.
you can listen to my segment on AI maybe like Monday.
Do what Dave does. Go for a cold plunge.
Oh no, that's absolute insanity to do that kind of stuff. You know what I mean?
He leaves all his curly hairs behind too.
So Frank has taken over Dave's parking spot, and you think Frank is in the wrong?
No, I love it. I encourage it because I love the
funny.
banter.
They're so funny.
So does it say reserved parking for Attorney David Beatrice? Is it marked?
No, we just all kind of have spots that we.
It's an understood
specifically-
rule.
Yeah.
But I love the conflict. I love the constant conflict between Frank and David because I get amusement from it.
Yeah, it entertains the rest of the people in the office.
Right. So, I mean, are you working on the 2027 Beatrice calendar?
His swimsuit calendar. That's what I should do. I should do a swimsuit